Hello you guys, this is Chris Malone reporting actually from a bathroom, but that's okay. I'm going to just reflect for a little bit on my time at EDM 310 this semester. This is the fall of 2010. I have 2 more years left of school, so as a transfer student I chose to just dive in and go ahead and get EDM 310 out of the way, thinking, oh, it's a technology course, no big deal. Yeah, right. Not that EDM 310 is difficult, it is just when Dr. Strange says that you need 9 hours a week, you really do need 9 hours a week. It's not something you can throw together. You have to intellectually think about what you're doing instead of just slopping something together and turning it in for an A. That is not the case at all. I also was thrown off because we don't have grades, so you can't really sit down and average your grade, but at the same time you know whether or not you're doing good. If you haven't turned in any of your work, then you're not doing good. If it's late, then you're not doing good. So it really is set your own pace and go as you go, and you know what works best for you. And let's see, the first thing we had to do is create a blog, and I was like, when we first had to do that, I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious, you know? But now, you know, 5 months later, I realize how important blogging is and how many people in the education world actually do it. Tons and tons of teachers. I follow people on Twitter that they blog more than they Twitter. So it really is something that's necessary. I think that I'll continue doing that throughout my school career and my education career. I think that I'll still blog and keep mine going and rolling. Something else that we did is the Google Docs. That's very, very beneficial for this class. I don't really know that I'll use it outside of this class. You know, I just don't know what I would do that for. Maybe as a teacher I will, but not as a student anymore. But it was very useful for the course that we're taking. It was very nice to go in and see what all was due in, and Dr. Strange was able to write personal instructions in there that, and then he could share those with the whole class at one time. So, and vice versa, we can share with him at one time, or whoever else we want to share with for that matter. So Google Docs is very helpful. We're pretty much best friends, Google Docs and I, because we see each other every day, multiple times a day. Something else, something I thought was fun that we had to do was do a Skype interview. I did it with a girl that I work with, and we've become pretty good friends. Her name is Katie, and we Skyped together. And now, actually, for Christmas, my boyfriend lives 4 hours away, so for Christmas we're buying each other Skype, like a camera and stuff, and a microphone for our computers, so that we can Skype and see each other rather than have, you know, just a conversation on the phone when we can't see each other. So in my personal life, Skype has become, you know, really important. We're talking about Skyping with my aunt that lives in Alaska. So it's a really neat tool for my personal life. I see how it can be used in the education world as something important. We saw with Dr. Strange was Skyping with a woman, and, you know, they were Skyping back and forth, and she was another teacher in another part of the world. But I would like to think that I'll Skype like that when I'm in the education program. I'm sorry, when I'm out of the education program and into the teaching field. I would like to say that I would do that, but at the same time I'm just not so sure that that's something that I personally would use, but I understand the benefits of it. Time Toast is something else that we did. I thought that was really fun. Again, I just don't know. I see where it's useful for projects and things like that, and I see where it's useful for my students, but I guess that's the only way I would use it, is to assign it to students. You know, why else would I need a timeline, right? So, but again, I understand the benefits of it, you know, as a student. What else do we do? The class blog, the EDM 310 class blog, where Dr. Strange posts all the things we need to know, that was super helpful. Not only was it required to pretty much look every day, but if, you know, it was interesting to see what people put. There was always instructions in some way. You can get to the syllabus, to the instruction manual, which in the instruction manual are all your directions for everything that you could possibly need directions for. There's also links to the other lab techs blogs. And so it was really useful. I mean, we become also, you know, really, really well acquainted. Excuse me. That's something that I like to follow in the future. I'd like to follow the class blog and see, you know, just where it goes and how far EDM 310 will go. It was really interesting. I mean, I enjoyed reading Dr. Strange's posts. I enjoyed seeing pictures of him all banged up when he broke his arm. You know, not that I want you to break your arm or anything, but it was interesting to actually see a picture of him hurt. You know, let's see. The use of the Macs in EDM 310 was helpful, but let's just say no matter how many times Dr. Strange tries to convince us I am not going to own a Mac. I have become really good friends with him. We spend time together every time I have to upload a video to YouTube. But I just cannot get used to how they work. I always encounter a problem. So I hope this doesn't make me fail, but I will not be a Mac girl, ever. With that being said, the Macs, I'm very glad that we ended up getting 4 towards halfway in the semester, because it just really worked out, because everybody wants to use it and everybody needs to use them, so having 4 really worked out, and I'm glad that we're privileged and, you know, blessed enough to be able to have that many in the lab. Posting things to YouTube has been interesting. We've had, Kate, my partner and I, Katie and I, we do most of our work, you know, together that's collaborative, and I can really say that it's YouTube has been interesting. I've always used it for entertainment purposes, but now when I go back and look at the work that we've done or that I've done, you can see other EDM projects that have been posted too, and it's just really, really fun to see the good ones and the bad ones and the funny ones and the serious ones, and to see how far the program goes and how many people are becoming acquainted with YouTube and how to, you know, do those things and how to post videos on there. It's really, really interesting to see all that. Excuse me. As far as the smartboard goes, I did 2 projects using the smartboard, and then of course we had to do our smartboard presentation. So me and the smartboard also got to know each other really well, and I just hope that I get to have one in my classroom, not because just so I can say I have one and it makes you look fancy. They're really, really useful. I've also read, I think we were assigned to read a documentary, I guess, about the pros and cons of the smartboard, and some people think they're too expensive, and some people think they're not worth the money, and then some people think they're really useful. Personally, I'm not a teacher yet, but I could really see myself using this. It's so helpful. You can pull up previous things that you've done. You can even email that presentation to your students. Not that I would email that to kindergartners, but if you're a high school teacher or a college professor, you can email what you've lectured on to your students, which at the other, when I transferred from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and that my math teacher there would email me the examples of the work she did on the board so that I could refer back to it, and it was very helpful. I enjoyed using the smartboard a lot. Very, very helpful. I hope that I can, like I said, I hope that I have one in my classroom. Overall, I think that I am going to come out with probably a B in EDM 310, and I would have loved to have had an A, and this is not a time for excuses, I know, but I've had a full load and I'm working full time, and so I'll be happy with the B. With the work, with the effort that I put into it, I think that I do deserve a B and not an A. But like I said, I think that I'll definitely continue to use Skype in my personal life. I'll continue blogging. I'll continue to look around on YouTube and post things, and I hope that I get to continue using smartboards. And the camaraderie that we have as like, you know, when you walk into the education building, that everybody, you have something in common with everybody here, and the fact that we all want to be teachers of some sort or educators. So that was nice, and also let me just say really quick that the people in the lab, Jamie Lynn, Anthony, Stephen, Dr. Strange, and the others, they are all really helpful and all really deserve to be where they are. Plenty of days I come in and didn't have a clue what I was supposed to do, and they don't do it for you, but they give you just a little push that you need to be able to figure it out. And towards the end, I got to where I didn't have to, I didn't have to worry about it so much. I could do projects on my own. I'm thankful for the opportunity, but again, it's required of me to take this class, but I feel like I've, got a blessed opportunity to be able to learn. And I would say in the reflection exam that we had to take, the questionnaire, it's asked if we were technology literate, and I think that I am technology literate. I'm not 100%, but I'm a lot better than the day I walked in here, and I guess that's all that we can hope for. So thank you all, and I wish you all good luck, and in your future, things that you go and do, good luck.